study shows that 27% of those freed never show up. What is more, 18% are rearrested for other crimes. All this is costing taxpayers millions of dollars.
At a very minimum, it's going to cost the taxpayers approximately $500 per year.
Courts, overwhelmed by waves of new arrests, are at the heart of the problem. Stiff orders to relieve prison overcrowding mean big mistakes are being made in screening out risky defendants. One of the best-run pretrial release programs in the nation is right here in the Florida Keys, Monroe County. But even here, jail overcrowding brings pressure in determining who will be set free.
We're under, in effect, a closure order by the federal judge of 196 people in our county jail. If we exceed that number, we're ordered to release 2 for every 1 who enters into the system.
It's the law. I mean, we have to do what's fair.
What's fair, she says, is freeing all those accused who won't threaten society. Making that determination is tough.
And what about the violation of probation regarding...
Manuel Miranda wants out even though he's accused of selling cocaine. Westerfield says she will recommend that he be freed pending trial.
You can't really put a price tag on people's freedom. You know, you have to remember that all these people have not been convicted of any crime.
But assembly line justice is bearing down, exerting at least 2 kinds of pressure: to arrest suspected criminals and put them away, and not to curtail their civil rights. The result, a liberal release policy that counts on the defendant's willingness to stay out of trouble and show up for trial. Ed Rabel, NBC News, Miami.
Tomorrow's Daily Difference, Friday follow-up. After 4 years of higher education, the class of 1991 gets one last bit of wisdom from its elders.
Well, after all, it's still a car. It's not like it had 6 wheels or nuclear power or something. But what it is the first car made in this country, from scratch. The way it's made. The way people care about how it's made. It's all new. We're proud of this car. It shows what you can do when you're willing to start all over again.
This can't be my new apartment.
Good thing I brought Lysol Pine Action. They've made it better. Now it cleans with hospital-type disinfection, the strongest you can buy.
Now it's starting to feel like home.
Improved Lysol Pine Action, a more powerful pine.
It's gonna taste chalky. But the flavor... That didn't taste like Phillips. Sold.
Presenting Mop and Glow. With a shine so bright, a shine so tough. Even Future and Bright can't beat Mop and Glow, even on no wax floors. Mop and Glow for unbeatable shine.
He's got a 5-iron. No, it's the new Groom and Edge from Black & Decker. He clears the rough, now with a twist. He edges the bunker. Oh, what a shot. He grooms. He edges. The Black & Decker Groom and Edge, the trimmer, with a competitive edge.
Today, there's a prescription strength cure for athlete's foot. Lotrimin AF, the #1 prescribed athlete's foot medication available without a prescription. Lotrimin AF, the prescription strength cure for athlete's foot.
Here's a quick check of other news tonight around the world and also in space. The shuttle astronauts took one another's blood pressure today and also took some blood samples. NASA said they may have to perform an emergency spacewalk, however, to check a cargo door problem. The battleship Wisconsin led a flotilla of warships from Operation Desert Storm into New York Harbor. That's part of the celebration that will end with a huge ticker tape parade in New York on Monday. In the nation's capital, helicopters made dramatic landings on the Mall, and so did the Harrier jump jet. All this in preparation for a Desert Storm parade there on Saturday. For his part, President Bush was away from Washington for most of the day. addressing the nation's largest Protestant denomination meeting in Atlanta. And he made a surprise personal revelation that deeply impressed his audience. More from NBC's John Cochran.
President Bush, whose critics once called him a wimp, told the Southern Baptist Convention that during the Gulf War, he found there was nothing unmanly about crying.
I've worried a little bit about shedding tears in public, or the emotion of it. But as Barbara and I prayed at Camp David before the air war began, we were thinking about those young men and women overseas. And I had the tears start down the cheeks. And our minister smiled back. And I no longer worried how it looked to others.
Southern Baptists also applauded Bush's support for a constitutional amendment permitting school prayers. Bush is an Episcopalian, and today he let himself be drawn into the controversy over the ordination of a lesbian, Elizabeth Carl. President Bush expressed opposition to a lesbian priest.
Perhaps I'm a little old-fashioned, but I'm not quite ready for that.
Partly because of Bush's heritage as a conservative New England WASP, for years he was widely regarded as keeping his emotions and his most personal views under wraps. Not anymore. John Cochran, NBC News, Atlanta.
John Chancellor is in Berlin again tonight, and his commentary is about the radical new role that the United States is now playing in European affairs.
There was a time, if you'll allow me to say this plainly, when Americans ran things around here, a time when the United States called the tune in Western Europe. Washington did it with money, troops, and nuclear weapons. All changed now. The Cold War is over, Germany is unified, the Europeans are getting uppity, and NATO is going through a midlife crisis. It was inevitable. This alliance is more than 40 years old. Still, for Americans, the experience of losing leadership is sobering. For example, one of these years, the supreme commander of NATO won't be an American general, but a European general. NATO is putting together a new rapid reaction force that will have far fewer American troops in it. The American contribution will be mainly helicopters and planes with smart bombs for tactical support. The big American strategic weapons, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, have no role today in the defense of Europe. NATO has stopped planning for war with the Soviet Union. The changes are political as well. The State Department had to send a high official to Berlin this spring to make a public speech warning the Europeans against too much independence. The word from Washington is stay on the team. But the Germans were not especially good team players in the Gulf War. The French and the British are showing signs of wanting their own European community team on defense. Add it all up, and it means that the United States, giving up leadership in Europe, must now learn partnership. All changed now.
John Chancellor in Europe tonight. The latest European initiative comes from Britain's Prime Minister to Mikhail Gorbachev to meet with the leaders of the industrial countries in London next month, right after their economic summit.
So many families now love Quaker Oat squares. Think how a flake feels. You okay?
I'm so flat and frail, not square like you.
Quaker Oat squares are more than just square. We're toasted whole grain oats sprinkled with brown sugar.
You're sprinkled. I'm wrinkled.
And Quaker Oat squares stay crunchy in milk. Come on in.
Can't. Once milk touches me, I'm a soggy sonny.
I'll try not to splash.
Quaker Oat squares. You'll love them.
From Square One.
Too much of a good thing is a good thing. The new, incredibly comfortable Mercury Grand Marquis. All this on the quality of a Mercury.
Because some aches and pains don't go away when the lights go out. We've created new Tylenol PM, specially formulated with extra strength Tylenol pain reliever for those aches and pains that can keep you up at night. Plus, a gentle ingredient to help you sleep. So you can wake up refreshed in the morning. From the name you trust comes new Tylenol PM. so you can rest easy.
Introducing the new Gripper Zipper from Ziploc, the easiest closing bag there is. I can even close it with my hands tied behind my back. Yes, the zipper is grabbing hold. It's locking. Feel it close the first time, every time. Ziploc bags with the new Gripper Zipper.
At last, I'm eating a carrot, thanks to Super Polygrip with its new Ultra Hold formula.
Now holds dentures ultra tight, stronger and longer than ever. New Ultra Hold formula, the best grip Polygrip has ever made.
Teenage drinking, it's worse than we thought. A Surgeon General survey shows that half the junior and senior high school students in this country drink, and 500,000 are alcoholics or on their way. Now, it's prom and graduation season. NBC's Deborah Roberts reports there's a special reason to worry.
You take off from here, I want you to go find all your friends and get them out of here.
This is what Florida police officers expect every weekend now.
Let's go. This party's over.
The party is only half the problem.
Drinking and driving is wrong. I'll pass the blood out, but I'm not drinking.
Government studies show half of all teenagers have a drink every week, and some are dying because of it.
Drunk driving kills more teenagers every year than anything else, especially during prom and graduation season.
So schools everywhere are trying to find an answer.
Look at me and stare. This is the reality.
At Miami's Coral Park High, students can't go to the prom unless they listen to a talk by Mercy Rodriguez, who was paralyzed when her drunk boyfriend crashed their car.
If it caused but 1, 2, 10 kids to think twice, it's worth it.
Every time we get in the car, I'm just going to buckle up and remember her.
In New Jersey, high school students are shown a shocking make-believe drunk driving wreck with fake blood and all.
It does sort of make me